So the Venezuelan government has blocked Twitter from showing pictures as protesters rally against its impoverished nation. 3 protesters are dead as the country's president bans demonstrations and expels U.S. officials. So this sounds like a really tense political thriller. You know, one directed by Oliver Stone and starring Sean Penn as a brave journalist caught in a crackdown, if that movie were about America. But since it's about Venezuela, the socialist nightmare that Stone and Penn embraced, they're absent. Perhaps they're still nursing hangovers from Hugo's funeral. So let's review. Protesters are killed, voices are quashed, dissenters arrested. All evil stuff, at least in movies. Any actor would love to play the heroic resistor, but in real life, never mind. After all, both Penn and Stone eulogized Hugo Chavez and defended his corrupt government. No surprise, their politics are as disposable as their girlfriends. A cause is just a drink that you toss aside when you get bored as you gallivant to the next premiere. So what about the poor, who were ignored in the name of the greater good? Penn looked away because if he stared socialism in its face, he'd see his own destructive role, which leads to Venezuela's shortages. They've got no food, no supplies, no toilet paper. Maybe that's why Stone and Penn split. When you're that full of crap, you go where the
Gosh.
It's okay, G.
I knew it. Anytime it's something really dirty, you say bad, and then you come to me.
I wasn't going to talk to you about that, but
all right, go ahead.
About the toilet paper.
Yeah, I knew
How
that.
can a country not have toilet paper? I mean, what does that say about their economic system?
What does it say about the Russian Olympics?
Yes, no toilet.
They don't have it either.
This is the whole look equals toilet paper.
Right. Look,
really
I mean,
does. It
that
does.
to me
It's that simple.
Title for a book.
It's that
seems
simple.
like a basic human right.
Yes.
Like Obamacare.
Yeah. I mean,
Exactly.
I get it. There are trees there, but toilet paper is better.
No, but the Venezuelans are suffering,
Yeah, they
and
are.
there's plenty of money in that country, but it's in the hands of a very few and not in the hands of the people, and that's the problem. So they've got a real situation on their hands now that Chavez is gone, but the real one in power is not the president, it is the general, it is Cabello.
Yeah. Eric, so this is a crazy oil-rich nation.
Yeah.
How can you, if you had to explain to a 15-year-old, how could something so wealthy be so impoverished? What would you say?
And I was going to actually say that you're in your monologue, no food, no supplies, no toilet paper, but a boatload of oil.
Yeah.
They should be a wealthy nation. Their per capita income is around $11,000 a year. It should be around $40,000 or $50,000 a year because of this. In 1973, they nationalized the oil industry. They said, you know what? Government's going to own the industry.
Yep.
To push everyone else out, to push businesses out. And what socialism does, it takes business, it crushes business and makes government business, and then the corruption takes over.
Yeah.
So a few people get extremely wealthy. You want to talk about income inequality?
Yeah,
go
go
to socialist
there.
countries where the few dictators are boatload rich and everyone else
They're
is poverty
billionaires
stricken.
and the rest of people are poverty-stricken.
These people produce 3 million barrels
Yeah.
of oil per day. They should be of the richest nations in the country, kind of like a Saudi Arabia, with the amount of people, but they're not because of corrupt
Socialism.
socialist governments.
Yeah.
Because
Bob-
of socialism.
Well, Bob,
Yes.
Well, it's true.
Bob,
You can't blame the
let it-
CBO on that.
Where is Sean Penn now?
I know.
I have no idea. But can we
No
talk
idea.
about this for a second?
Sure.
The opposition leader, Lopez, who was turned himself in, there was an arrest order out for him. This guy, Maduro, the president, is far worse than Chavez ever was. I mean, they've now cut off the internet. They've done away with all. You can't get any paper to, not toilet paper, but paper to print opposition magazines and newspapers. They've shut that down. It is becoming not a socialist country. It's becoming a totalitarian country. And that is very dangerous in the heart of the Western Hemisphere.
It always was kind of totalitarian.
Yeah, but it's sort of a natural progression from socialism. That's what it is. That's what it says. Of course, once it's power in the hands of a very few that become very wealthy at the expense of the masses.
Dana,
Well,
what is with the pattern of celebrities only lionizing left-wing thugs? And then they always clam up and leave when everything goes south. We can go back through history from Lillian Hellman to Pete Seeger. All these people split when the crap hits the fan.
I think it has something to do with they look at what's happening in Venezuela now, and their view and their vision of what socialism would look like, they think, oh, they're just not doing it right.
Right, yeah.
They think that if they were, that it could be done better, but a utopia only exists in fiction. But these guys live their lives in fiction. They make their money doing things, acting out fictional things. I just wanted to say one other thing. Access to a free media and to the internet, to television news, all sorts of diverse opinions. That's the only way to guarantee a country to be able to fight for their own freedoms, if they can make their own decisions. And America should be helping them rather than just saying they are concerned. And that's what we said today.
Real quick about Sean Penn, I will say this on his behalf. He's one of the few people who didn't abandon Haiti. He stayed true to that cause. He goes back regularly and tries to help the people, but otherwise he's enjoying a new personal
But a lot of people do that.
Charlize in Los Feliz.
And one quick party
I don't
thought.
think he should get a lot of credit for that, because a lot of people do that in Haiti.
One quick
True.
party
He
thought.
said, where is he?
To Bob's comment, just think about this for a second. You let us know. Give me one socialist economy government that's ever worked.
That's
just
thriving.
One.
France.
Name one.
France.
Socialist, pure socialist.
That's the
It's
whole point. You keep throwing the word
quasi-socialist.
socialist around here.
Give
Most
me
of our
one.
European
Give me one
allies are
true-
socialists.
You're going to say there's no capitalism in France?
Of course there is, but it's side by side.
I gotta go. I'm getting yelled at. Next, there's a new surge.
In the new New York, we don't